All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays, coming to you live as the market has just opened at 9:35 a.m. Eastern Time. And we will go pretty much straight to the charts. I am off to California, the People's Republic of California. And I'm not staying there long, just have a couple of meetings and then back to Miami. All right. Understanding Bitcoin is coming to Dubai, October 14 to 15. Check out our speaker list. It'll be on the smaller side. We have about 35 tickets left to sell for this event. Also, the financial summit is going to be in Ras Al Khaimah near Dubai just a few weeks later. Let's go to the charts. Weekly chart, we are working on a bearish week. The current weekly low did not break below last week's low. That is a positive sign. We are also fully above all the moving averages. That's a positive sign. Two of the three moving averages are rising. That's leaning bullish. And we also have the moving averages in proper order, with the short term above the intermediate term, above the long term. I'm going to be very curious if the 20 period moving average will cross below the 50 period moving average. That is still to be determined to see if they will cross over. I'm hoping they don't, but we will see. Oscillators are favoring the bullish case. So are the Lucid SARs, and so is the MRI. So the weekly chart is still more bullish than bearish. The daily chart remains completely neutral. The daily chart has been neutral for what feels like about 10 days. Ever since August 24th, the daily chart has been neutral. So it's been about 7 days, with today being September 1st. So we have about 8. This is the 8th day of neutral chart on a daily scale, which tells you should not be long, you should not be short. But if you are in one of those positions, you can continue holding that position, because it's pretty much a 50-50 shot whether this is going to crash down or rise up. I am leaning towards a breakout because the weekly chart is bullish, and consolidation at the top of a trend is generally more bullish than bearish. The funding rate continues to slightly favor the bulls, even though right now it is completely neutral. The MACD and the RSI are favoring the bears, but the CMF is starting to favor the bulls. So we have lots of contradictory oscillators on the daily scale. The 4-hour chart, I drew this channel. I think I drew this channel based on the 1-hour chart. It's slightly, because more time has passed. And we were on the brink of a potential disaster earlier this morning or late last night, as we were coming into the bottom of the channel, and boom, like magic, we managed to rally. I can alter this a smidge to make it a little bit more even. And no, I didn't do anything. So now we're back at the top of the channel. This thing needs to break one way or another. Obviously, we can go down into this channel forever, but that's not going to happen. I don't like this continuous double bottoms. This support is very weak. And if we come down to $46,700 one more time, I would probably anticipate the breakdown of 46.7. And now you are stuck hanging on by a thread, praying you don't break below the 45.8, 45.9 area of the moving average. Because if we do, my next target suddenly becomes all the way down in the $42,500 range. This needs to be the low, guys. This needs to be the low. If we come down to that $46,500 area one more time, I'm going to be pretty damn bearish on the short-term price action of Bitcoin. So this is, of course, the daily chart, and we are kind of just treading water until the bullish moving average crossover comes. So we can certainly crash down over the weekend, down into that 50-period moving average, bounce off of it along with the crossover. But I wasn't crazy confident in Bitcoin's ability to rally to new swing highs late last night. We did rally off of these lows, but I don't think we will rally off these lows again. I really think this is the last shot at holding the $46,500 area. If we don't break out above this channel, then the breakdown below this horizontal line at around 46.8 is going to be trouble, big trouble. Could be down to 42. Bitcoin dominance is an utter disaster. And other than stupidity, I don't really know any other way to explain it. This is GBTC, and the same exact thing. You know, GBTC is on the verge of this breakdown. I remain long GBTC fully. I have not, the negative premium is not, you know, it makes me think that there is, like, once we break out, the premium should evaporate quickly once FOMO sets in, and I don't want to miss out on that. So I am staying with my bullish GBTC trade. Gold is bullish. Oil on the monthly chart remains a little bit depressed. Again, I would wait. Let's see the weekly chart. I would just wait. I would hang in there on oil. I've been talking about oil for a while now. That's not really, I wouldn't be trading it in this area. So I would just hold off on oil. The S&P 500 will have an MRI top tomorrow, and tomorrow is Thursday. Today is Wednesday. So coming into the end of the week, the S&P still looks generally strong. We're now, you know, a little bit higher from the short-term moving average. And you can see on the recent history that it doesn't really go much higher than this. So I would probably not hold S&P into the weekend. Plenty of bullishness in the S&P, however, so it's not that bad. We talked about a little bit about the longer term picture. I don't even know how I got on that tangent last time. Let's go back to the proper chart. No, I like this one. Nope, not that one. Sorry, this one. We're back on the S&P, and I am bullish on the S&P on a weekly scale, even though all these red arrows are starting to add up. But I trust the MRI trend over the rest a little bit. So I remain generally bullish, and it also has to do with fundamentals. Somebody wanted me to look at DraftKings. Saw that earlier in the chat. DraftKings looks great. That is a bullish consolidation near the top. Football season is just starting. I don't see why this can't go significantly higher. Someone also asked me if I would do a notification service. The notification service for the MRI, I'm going to be talking about that starting next month. It'll be another optional product, and people are already using it, and it's great. So someone else asked me if I was interested in creating something for IPOs being down 50%. And one of my good friends, developer, you just shot over a list. So these are all the IPOs from the last 6 months that are currently down 50%. We can take a look at some of these. But I would need to grab this and stick it somewhere else to look at it. I'm not going to look at all of them, of course. I got about maybe 5 more minutes with you guys, and then we're going to call it a day. Before we look at that, once again, please come out to Dubai for the Understanding Bitcoin Conference, October 14 to 15, or the Financial Summit, November 6 to 12. We have the private Q&As. I did one yesterday. We covered so many stocks yesterday. It was absolutely crazy. So these come out free on the weekend. But if you want your questions answered, you can join our private Q&A. It's actually not that expensive. But make sure you read everything on this page before you join it. There is also the MRI indicator, on-demand education, and my free section on Learn Trading. Hey guys, I'm gonna give you guys an update on, I gotta put start 9 in here, damn. I'm gonna give you guys an update on Embly. I'm gonna interview both Joe Saz and the CEO of Embly. They are back. I know they had to kind of shut down for a while due to regulation, but they are back, at least for the European and the Asian markets. The US markets will be back later this year. So we'll give you an update on that on the Embly card when we get the CEO up on an interview. I don't normally do interviews. It's really an exception. Okay, now let's look at some charts. We have, there was also one more stock, and that stock is Robinhood. Robinhood. Let's see how Robinhood is doing off their IPO. So here's what I say about IPOs. I am very patient when it comes to IPOs because people are generally stupid. And when it comes to investing and trading, and they sell when they shouldn't, they buy when they shouldn't. So in the case of Robinhood, there was so much hype. And look how much it went up from the open over the first 4 days. It was up 125%. That is insane. Let's see what it has done since then. Well, if we cherry pick the top, Robinhood is down 51%. If we don't cherry pick the top and we take the middle of the candle, Robinhood is only down 40%. This is a bearish looking chart. You can see how you are forming a descending triangle. Something like that. I will stay patient. I would not rush into Robinhood yet. But if I get a green star candle, potentially there could be a trade there. So Robinhood would need to go up above the prior swing high, break this first moving average. That's the 20-period moving average. Right now, the MRI is negative. We've never had a green star candle. There has never been an indication to buy Robinhood at any point in its short history. So I will either wait for an MRI buy, ideally in the $30 range, or wait for the breakout to go bullish. That is one of these days, I got to open like a fund that only focuses on trading IPOs in their first 12 months of trading. And then you move on to the next IPOs. Because I think there is lots of opportunities there because the patterns constantly repeat. I'll just pick a few more randomly. PRTA. Oh, I'm not sure why that's on my list. Oh, that's not an IPO. Okay, never mind. For other reasons. We have a monthly and a daily MRI top, and I bet you the weekly is close. That's nice. Okay, let me do the IPO thing. I just want to glance at a couple of them. MITQ, I've never heard of these things. Whoa. What the hell happened here? So that's a disastrous IPO. So you open at $12. And this is what I mean about stupid people. you run this thing up to 27 in day one, and then you're down at $4 by the end of the week. That is disastrous. Now, if the company actually has a product and the company is useful, because I have no idea what they do, you are now on a green star candle. But personally, I would rather wait until the breakout of this. Unfortunately, the breakout of this will probably come with an MRI sell. So I would stay patient and would not buy this unless it breaks $4 later this year. Just picking a few of these randomly. Maybe I'll recognize some tickers. Let's try TLIS, see what's going on there. TLIS, another IPO, opens at 28, has fallen down to 8. Beautiful MRI buy right here. So again, if the company is useful to humanity, this low will probably hold. And this could be a potential opportunity once it breaks above some prior swing highs. I don't like it when they fall too much. You know, I really like that 50% area. But when it falls like 90 or 80, you start to question the company itself. Let's try one more randomly. VCR or VOR. Yeah, this one is finally starting to turn around. You had an IPO at 42, down to 15. You know, starting to consolidate, starting to turn around. That was a big list of stocks, of course. So, yeah, so these are the kinds of stuff we should really do in the alert service. EDR will be the last one I look at. Yeah, another IPO. I'm not sure this one fell 50%, not at the open at least. Opens here, falls only 17. Off the early high, it fell 33. So this one did not fall much, but I like this chart. I like the bullishness. It fell for a while, you know, 6 months of downside. And then you can see right there, finally broke out of its consolidation at the bottom. Had a weekly MRI buy here along with the daily sell. That's a conflict. But green star candle here on the breakout, and look, the moving averages are about to cross over. So yeah, if this thing pulls back into the cross and then bounces off the cross, that could be a potential buying opportunity right there. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I am off to the airport in a bit. RMXT. No comment. Too early. Too early. All right. But thank you all for watching. JMIA. This one's for me. Oh, beautiful. This was the buy of the month. Jamia was the buy of the month. Daily MRI buy, weekly MRI buy after a huge correction. Look at that. Look at that. This thing went from 70 down to 20. It's down to 16. And this is not a bullshit company. It's a real company. So been talking about this back in the day when it was $2. So perfect MRI buy, weekly, daily. And look at it now. And we just reset. By resetting, you opened it up to way more upside. Looks beautiful. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully, I'll see a bunch of you in Dubai, here and or here. And I will see you all on the next one. Mempool still looks great. Bye, guys.